Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So as I promised, I would do a review on all four of these cushions, which I'm gonna do like a brief review, but also basically just comparing them and telling you guys which are my favorite, which one is great for you guys depending on your skin type. So the way I'm gonna categorize my video is basically I'm gonna talk about the color ranges, the texture slash coverage slash finish, the longevity, the hydration, the radius, the skin type, and last but not least will be my favorites. But I'll put all the timeline down below, so if you guys are not interested in one particular category, you can just skip it and just watch that video. But let's get started. Cushions that I have, I will just briefly tell you guys quickly so that you guys are aware which cushions I have with me. Will be the Moonshot Settingfit Cushion, the Moonshot Micro Settingfit Cushion EX, Moonshot Micro Glassyfit Cushion, and Moonshot Micro Correctfit Cushion. The color ranges for all four of this, I believe that all of them have a wide ranges of shade, not wide, but like they have three different type of choices: 101, 201, and 301. Now a lot of these shades here, I'll tell you guys my shades for each particular cushion. I feel like some I'm okay with 201, some I'm not, and then some I'm okay with mainly 301, but definitely not 101. So with the Micro Settingfit Cushion, I am in the shade 201. I can use 301, but for this one I feel like 201 is actually okay for me. It's like my perfect shade, and 301 leans towards more of like my summer color if I need it, but 201 is definitely like my color. The Micro Correctfit Cushion, I am in the shade 301, which is the darkest in the collection. I feel like this is probably the best color for me. Like it's just like my skin but better, and definitely matched me really well, and yeah, doesn't oxidize as well. I mean, most of this cushion don't oxidize, but this 301 actually looks really good on me with that particular shade. For the Glassyfit Cushion, if you guys have watched my Glassyfit Cushion review, you would know that 201 is probably too light for me. 301 I have finally repurchased it. It's actually okay. Like I wouldn't say it's like you know, really dark or anything, but it suits me well. Definitely suits me better than the 201. I'm really glad that I stocked up on the refill for the 301 compared to this one, because I'm really like, ooh. But yeah, this one I am definitely 301. Last but not least is the Micro Settingfit Cushion EX, and I am in the shade 301. It is a little bit dark on me, but I feel like I pull it off really well, and this would definitely be great for me during the summertime, because now it's winter, I've just gone much more whiter. So yeah, this 301 is definitely perfect for me. I don't think I would go for 201 at all, but yeah. In terms of the finish or the coverage or the texture, for the Micro Settingfit Cushion, I feel like this is much more of like a matte finish for me, but it does give you a very smooth finish, like a very blurred effect on my face as well. And I like that this one looks really nice. However, this can look a little bit powdery depending of how much you actually put on your face, so I would definitely be aware of this. This is not a cushion I would use a powder to set with, because I'm not really a powder person or a matte person, so I feel like this cushion is like the perfect matte. It's enough matte for me to even do anything else with it, you know, if that makes sense. Now in terms of, you know, how well it looks on my skin, this is definitely not as smooth as the new EX one. I know back then when I did this video I said that it's so smooth, it covered up a lot of my pores and stuff, but after comparing with the EX one, this is definitely not as smooth as the EX one, and this one actually covered up quite a bit of my pores as well, which is great. Doesn't show a lot of my dry patches, but sometimes if my, you know, like dry skin, there are some patches that can be quite small that is like not noticeable, but there are some that's like quite blotchy and like big. This does cling onto the dry patches, so definitely be aware of that. And the Micro Correctfit Cushion, this one is very interesting because when I first used it, like I felt like it didn't give me a lot of coverage, but the ratings on the website says that it gives you like the highest coverage. I decided to give it a try again, and I try to compare like with my EX one. I feel like the EX one definitely gives me way more of a higher coverage coverage compared to this Correctfit Cushion. This definitely does cover up a lot of your redness, and this one I feel like this is also like a semi-matte slash glowy finish as well. In the beginning when you do use it, it does give you like a glowy finish, but the longer you have it on, it does give you like a semi-matte finish, and the turnout of it do sometimes turn very powdery and cakey as well, especially around, I call this like the triangle area, especially the mouth area. You can definitely see how dry and powdery it looks as well. But yeah, this definitely turned into a matte finish. Then we have the Glassyfit Cushion, and this one I feel like this is more of like a glassy effect finish or like a glowy skin effect, but it does slowly go into like a very semi slash dewy skin finish the longer you actually have this on. In terms of the coverage, this actually cover up quite a bit as well, definitely very high coverage. And this one I feel like this actually feels very hydrating on the face, like it feels really nice compared to the rest of this one. This one feels very like cooling on the face as well. Yeah, but this one with the finish is definitely gives you more like a medium finish, but at the same time it looks very natural on the face, like it makes your skin look very glowy. Last one is the Moonshot Micro Setting Cushion EX, so which is in like an updated version of this micro setting. And if I want to compare the coverage between these two, I would say the EX one is definitely a way more higher coverage than the Moonshot Micro Settingfit Cushion. The way this one applies as well, it gives you like a nice cooling effect when you do apply it on your face too, and it just blends so nicely, doesn't clean any of your dry patches. And the best part about applying this is that you don't even need primer. Like with and without primer, it still gives you a very nice blur smooth effect. You can't see any of your pores, and the one thing I was really amazed with this is that it didn't cling into my dry patches. It covered a lot of my redness as well, which I'm solely like so impressed with this. And not only that, because it is a matte finish, but it does feel very lightweight and hydrating on the face as well. For the longevity, this is more based on if I don't use primer, how long this actually lasts for. So the shortest amount of time that compared to all of this cushion, this Moonshot Glassyfit Cushion will be the shortest amount of time, which is only like 3 hours before it starts to look very cakey on the face and start to look like it's gonna like crack on your face as well, which looks pretty bad from looking to like a glass skin look to like a very powder fake, too much makeup kind of face, you know what I mean? And the next one would be this Micro Correctfit Cushion, which lasts only about 4 to 5 hours before you start noticing that it starts to look very cakey around like here. This is what I call the triangle, especially here, because it's so weird. It looks like semi-matte doughy on the whole face, but around these triangle areas, the nose and the mouth area, it just looks very powdery and cakey, looks very bizarre. And then the longer you leave it, so after the 4 hours mark, around 5 to 7 hours, it starts to look very oily on your face, especially the T-zone area. So not only you get that powder effect here on the triangle, you get that T-zone, you know, glowy, oily base. It doesn't look good. It just look like a hot mess, which is crazy. Then the second one would be this Moonshot Settingfit Cushion, and this one lasts about 9 hours, which is a decent amount of time, but you can see that it sort of cling onto a little bit of your dry patches, and it starts to look a little bit powdery, but it's not too bad. Like the longevity for this is actually very decent. The highest longevity would be this Moonshot Micro Settingfit Cushion EX, and I had this on for about maybe 10 hours or so, and with primer and without primer, and both just didn't budge at all. The only thing that budged was probably the under eye area, but everything else, the nose area, the cheek area, everything just looked perfect, still looks normal, didn't look like it was oily on the face at all, which honestly is like super amazing. For the hydration, I'm looking at the ratings here, which I find really funny because the ratings only exist in the Glassyfit, Correctfit, and the Settingfit, but it doesn't have any ratings for the Correctfit here. So I wonder if because they're trying to base it off on the EX one, I'm not sure. But the one that apparently has the highest hydration would definitely be the Micro Glassyfit Cushion, which I honestly agree because it does feel really nice on the skin. It gives you like a very smooth, soft, like, I don't know, cooling effect on your face, but at the same time I feel like the Moonshot Micro Setting Cushion X also gives you a nice hydration. But like overall, all of them feel really good on the face. They all feel very hydrating on me. Like maybe partially because my skin is not, it doesn't feel like, I feel like all of this feels very lightweight on me. It doesn't feel heavy at all. Maybe that's partially why, but I feel like the hydration wise, they're all equally fair to me, if that makes sense. But let me know what you guys think down below, whether you guys feel like any of this is much more hydrating than the other. But for me, I feel like they are all actually pretty decent on me. In terms of the radiance, the ratings say the highest radiance would be the Moonshot Glassyfit Cushion, which I totally agree because it gives you a very nice glowy effect on your face. It, you know, glows around the face area, obviously because, you know, it gives you the glass skin effect. But I also feel like the Moonshot Cushion Setting Cushion X also give you a nice like radiance around the cheek area too. The Moonshot Micro Setting Fit Cushion doesn't really give you that glow effect. It just gives you like pure matte finish. And the Moonshot Correctfit Cushion does give you like a tiny hint of glow inside too, but it leans much more toward like a dewy finish rather than a glowy radiance effects, if that makes sense. But yeah. Onto the skin type now. So I'm gonna show you guys or tell you guys the rating for what they recommend here, and then I'll tell you guys whether I think yes or no. First one will be the Micro Glassyfit Cushion, and on the ratings it says that this is great for those who have dry skin. Completely agree, and I also don't think this would be great for those who have oily skin because obviously because of the glass skin effect. I feel like this is also good for those who have like sensitive skin or normal skin as well. Next will be the Micro Correctfit Cushion, and it says that this is great for those who have dry skin / combination skin. Completely agree, but I don't think this is great for those who have oily skin just because of the after effect of the turnout. Like if you have oily skin, I don't think this is great as well, but I think this is good for those who have normal skin, dry skin or combination skin. For the Micro Settingfit Cushion EX, and I think I'm just going to combine this two together because, you know, like if this is the upgraded version, I would say that this is similar rating as well. And this one says that this is great for those who have combination skin and oily skin. I completely agree, but I feel like this is great. These two are great for like skin, any skin overall, because of the high coverage and because of the comfort of this on the face. I feel like this is suitable for everyone, and for those who have oily skin, like this is not gonna give you like, not gonna break out any oil on your T-zone area, which is great because you don't really want that at the end of the day. But yeah, I just feel like this is great for like any season overall, like the both of the summer, winter, spring, you know, this is great. And for the Glassyfit, I feel like this is only great for winter. Same with this Moonshot Correctfit Cushion is same for winter as well, because I feel like this two, when you wear them during summer, not only the longevity wasn't long enough, I feel like because you tend to get sweaty and hot, like this two would just probably break you out a little bit more in terms of making your face much more oilier, if that makes sense. So the last part would be telling you guys which one is my favorite, but I'm gonna go from my least to the most. My least one would be the Moonshot Micro Correctfit Cushion, just because I just did not like the finish of it after using it for a long amount of time. Unless I set it, it still gives me a good amount of coverage. It still looks really nice, but the after effect doesn't look great at all. As is, yeah. But I would only use it for a couple of hours and that's it. So this would be number 4. And number 3 would be this Moonshot Glassyfit Cushion, just because I'm not really a glowy glassy skin type of girl, but I do like how it looks like on my skin. So if I want something that just makes me glow or just make me look more radiant, I would definitely go for this. And I like the finish of it. I just don't like that it's not long lasting at all. Number 2 would be this Moonshot Micro Settingfit Cushion. Honestly, this would be my number 1 if they didn't have the EX. And this one, I just like the matte. Like I don't really often go for a matte cushion, but this I actually didn't mind at all because I just love the turnout of it. I love the finish. I love how it is so long lasting as well, and the color looks nice on me. And I just feel like I always go back to this every time I use any cushion other than my Hera cushion. But yeah, this would be number 2. Now obviously this is my number 1 now, alongside with my Hera cushion. And this one, I love this one so much. Like I don't know, like like, I don't know, I just have to go buy a review ASAP. Like, I just love it so much. I just love the turnout of it. I just love the finish of it. I just love how it just makes my skin look really smooth. The longevity, I don't need to worry about it. Let's say if I forgot about primer, don't need to worry. It does still last for a really long time. It still looks really finished. Don't worry about touching up at all. I mean, like, I think that's probably the main thing you're concerned of when you put any makeup on. You just don't want to touch out. You want to make sure that you still look good throughout the whole day. So yeah, I love this so much. One other thing I wanted to show you guys is that you guys did question whether the cushion, the refill of any of the latest one fit in the old cushion. So I'm gonna take out a few and actually play around. So let's try taking out the Moonshot Micro Setting Cushion EX first, and I'm gonna try and put it in the Moonshot Micro Settingfit Cushion, which you guys have asked many times, and we're gonna try and fit this one in and see if it fits. So it looks like this actually don't fit at all. So this is the Moonshot Micro Settingfit Cushion EX. It doesn't fit into the Micro Settingfit Cushion. I'm gonna try this Glassyfit into the latest Moonshot and see if that works. Okay, so that works. So this fit into the new Moonshot Micro Settingfit EX. And I'm gonna try and put this into the other version of the Settingfit. It doesn't work, so I believe that the new Glassyfit and the EX one is actually much more bigger than the Micro Settingfit Cushion. So if you see the difference in terms of the size, this is definitely way smaller, so that's probably why. But I'm gonna take out the Micro Correctfit Cushion now and see whether any of this will fit. So I'm putting the EX in. Okay, so this does fit into the EX as well. So this is the Glassyfit, and it does fit into the Correctfit as well. So it looks like it's just the Micro Correctfit Cushion that doesn't fit in any of the other 3 cushions. So if you just want to buy the refill and you have the other two, like the Correctfit and like the Glassyfit, and you want to buy the EX, it's gonna fit really well. So yeah, buying the refill is probably cheaper unless you want like the whole packaging. I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and let me know if you guys find this helpful, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye guys.